electoral rights of an increasing number of Venezuelans living abroad. I created Voto Donde Sea, Vote From Wherever in Spanish, an NGO based in Miami, Florida, with the goal of informing, facilitating, and promoting voting rights of Venezuelans who had left the country. What began as a small movement in Miami soon became an international movement with young activists who shared the same idea. Being away should not mean that you cannot decide the future of your own nation. We confronted our biggest challenges in the 2012 and 2013 Venezuelan presidential elections. The Venezuelan government wanted to make it more difficult for us to vote, so it deliberately closed the Venezuelan consulate in Miami. This forced us to travel over 900 kilometers to New Orleans, Louisiana, where it placed the nearest polling station. As many Venezuelans could not afford the long journey, we embarked in a campaign to collect funds and organize transportation. We ended taking over 5,000 Venezuelans in the two elections, the 2012 and 2013 elections. This came to be known as the biggest human mobilization to participate in an election in history. So why was it so important to fight for our right to vote? Because if we don't vote, there is no accountability. Voting is the strongest tool you have to make sure that your governments act with integrity.
Today, thanks to technology and globalization, each of us holds in our hand a power to cause change, to cooperate as global citizens to eradicate corrupt practices from our world. Do you remember the tweet you sent? Okay, now what we want you to do is to find every person that tweeted through the hashtag and follow them, so that we can together form an international movement to promote governmental integrity.
To conclude, we want to leave you the first task as young promoters of government integrity. 2 weeks from now, Venezuela will have legislative elections. The past electoral processes in Venezuela have been plagued by corruption and fraudulent actions by the government, using state resources towards their own advantage and imprisoning those who oppose them, including student activists and top opposition leaders.
So on the 6th of December, we need all of you to become international observers of this electoral process. We need you to become the voice of those Venezuelans that have been silenced by the government. Please take close attention to this event and expose any abuse or human right violation that might happen.
Imagine for a second that somebody asks you, when everything was wrong, when everything was dark, what did you do? Did you just sit there with your arms crossed? Did you just look the other way while corruption was taking over your country? Leadership is most needed when the storm arrives. We must use all the tools at our disposal to make sure that our governments act with integrity.
We will never sit with our arms crossed.
We will always stand against corruption, and we hope you do it too.